Hello, students. So I'm sitting down here to write my lecture for this week, and I thought you might value my commentary on how to read. So I already told you this was the one article that I hope that everyone got a chance to read. And I said that in the last class. If you haven't located the recording, it's in the team. So you go to Teams, you look for our team, and it should be right there in the blog as the third post. So as I'm reading through, I know that I have to write at least 300 words, right? And 300 words is not a lot. So I'm starting to read down here, and I'm only at the first page. And by the time I get to the third paragraph, I am fully aware that we are talking about the fact that there is no technical solution. And so I start to underline technical solution. And I'm not trying to be pedantic, but a lot of people don't know how to read a peer-reviewed article, okay? So the first thing I wrote at the top was, this is a no technical solution problem. And so then as I keep reading down, I get to this quote. He uses an analogy here about tic-tac-toe. Like, once you know what the rules are of tic-tac-toe, you know how to win. And you know that if you don't go first and you get that first position, you're not going to win. And so the only way you will win would be to hit your opponent over the head or drug him or falsify the records, okay? And so the idea is that's what a no technical solution means, right? There's no solution here. And then he can say, I can also, of course, openly abandon the game, refuse to play it. And this is what most adults do. So if we think about our modern society and we think about how many issues we face, like, a lot of people just don't play the game. They're not engaged citizens. They don't know what's going on in the news. And so they've just decided not to play tic-tac-toe. Okay, so now I'm down to the sixth paragraph, and I finally find out what we're talking about. We're talking about a population problem. The no technical solutions problem is a population problem. So I wrote that down. And then I get up here and, right here he says, in a finite world, population, as Malthus said, naturally tends to grow geometrically, or as we would now say, exponentially. So, as students of environmental science, it's important for us to understand population biology, and geometrically means the same thing as exponentially. That's something I would want to share with my peers in the discussion. And then we go here, and we see this other beautiful quote about the finite world and our minds and how we perceive of the box that we live in. It is clear that we will greatly increase human misery if we do not, during the immediate future, assume that the world available to the terrestrial human population is finite. Space is no escape. Okay, and here we come to a citation. And this is not the way that we do citations in the modern world. Remember that this article was written in 1968. But that's why I love this article. I've been so fascinated by things that basically predicted the future being today. And this is one of those articles. So I'm going to keep reading, but I just wanted to stop before I got too far to show you how I would use an article to compose a short writing. I would take notes on the article. I would highlight quotations that I'm not necessarily going to put into my writing as a quotation, but they are important concepts, and they are like the outline shining through the article. And so I'll continue through this, and keep in mind 300 words, it's not very long. And when you get to one of these that you really care about, then you know that you've been reading something that, might have a career focus for you. And this is the kind of level of understanding you'd want to have. Like I said before, I've been reading this article and sharing it with people for the last 20 years. This article is important to my life. Okay, I look forward to talking to you soon.